Alrighty. Who wants to see this thing? Who wants to see it? Who wants to see it? Who wants to see it? Can't see it. Who wants to see it? Oh my goodness. Good morning, CMI. I'm live. I'm sounding good. I am here. Let's get the mic pointing in the right place. And hello from Germany. Hello from Sweden. Awesome. Richard saying hi. Richard is from Sweden. Michelle from Germany. Richard from somewhere. Greetings, people. Thank you for tuning in. This is a very impromptu PhotoJoseph photo moment. Well, okay, kind of impromptu. I knew I was going to do this today once this thing arrived. I didn't know how much time I would have, and it's not going to be a whole lot. Anthony from Canada. I love the global audience. This is so awesome. So, I don't know. What should we talk about? What do you guys want to talk about? Should we talk about the weather? Should we talk about, I don't know, the latest Canon camera? I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? Should we talk about this? Could talk about this. I'm kind of excited. Are you excited? I'm crazy excited. Can you answer the questions we're asked for Sean for the comments for your Skype chat? I don't know about the Skype chat part. I'm not doing a Skype chat, but the questions for Sean will get answered this evening. They were supposed to be yesterday evening. He had to cancel last minute because he got stuck at work for an extended period of time. We are scheduled for 3 o'clock this evening, this afternoon, my time, 6 p.m. Eastern time, to do that recording, to get all of the part 2 questions. If you have any additional questions that aren't in the first GH5 question video with Sean Robinson, then get them in there like now, because I will try and grab those last ones. No promises though, because it's kind of slammed up until the moment. So, and Sean, who was going GH5, was here when we unboxed it. I actually he unboxed it. He was very excited. We didn't do an unboxing because it didn't come in a proper box. But let's just take a look. All right, quick. I don't have a whole lot of time because I've got a meeting in 20 minutes that I have to leave for. So let's just switch over here and let's see. You know, I think what you guys wanted to do, should we do a side-by-side? We should do a side-by-side. Let me grab my GH4. Hold on, just here, look at that. There we go. There's a nice angle for that. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. There we go. GH4 next to this thing. All right, here's the two side. Okay, that's kind of cheating with this thing on here. Let's take this guy off because you want to see what this looks like without this thing. Kappa Cern says, I'm following you since Photo 101. Hey, thanks. You're the best teacher ever. Aw, thanks for being so passionate in your lessons. Well, I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you very much. All right, let's, hey, buddy, Mr. Sean, thanks for watching. I sent you a text. I got a big question for you. All right, let's go back to this two, side by side. So there is let's get just the body only. Let's get rid of these lenses on here. We'll do a body only side by side. So, you know, a little bit different, but not massively. Not massively. GH5 a little bit taller. Touch the right one. There we go. A little bit taller. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. There we go. Front to front, I don't know, you know, they're a little bit different size, not massively. You can look up all the specs. I think it's just interesting to see them side by side and see in the hand. So there's GH5 in my hand, GH4 in my hand. It does feel a little bit smaller. You can especially feel it under here. You do feel a little bit more of the camera here, which, okay, now this is one of those that I know someone's going to say, you're just saying that. But honestly, it feels a little better being bigger because this one here, your kind of hand, and I got pretty small hands, hand kind of wraps around a little bit under here. It's not like when I'm holding a little, the GH5, which is meant to be small, and I got half my fingers fit underneath it. So that's quite a different experience, right? If we go back to here, like that is just meant to be a small camera. The GH4, what I'm used to here for shooting the big video stuff, has always felt good in my hand, no problem. But I'm gonna say this feels just a little bit better. But, you know, I know people will say you're full of it, and I don't care. I like the way it feels. It is definitely a little bit heavier as well. Okay, so there's some side-by-sides on there. What do we want to look at? Let's put this lens back on before I get the sensor all dirty. So this is the new 12 to 60 Leica lens. So that is a 24 to 120 equivalent. It's a, what is it, 2.8 to f4, I think it is. Yeah, that's right, f2.8 to f4. So therefore I can do that. I can't zoom in any closer with the setup I have here, but I don't know if you can see that, but that is at f2.8 to f4. So here's what I can tell you so far, which is very, very little, because I unboxed this literally 30 minutes ago, fired off some test shots, fired up this video, and off we went. 13% bigger. Well, thank you for the precise numbers. Shot off some stills, put on the focus tracking. That's to me is one of the biggest things that I'm fascinated with, the focus tracking. Fired off some stills with it. This, like, crazy. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Sean, you're watching. You mind if I show people your face? You don't mind, do you? They've seen your face before because you've been on the show before. So let me get my configuration up here. So here, let's take a quick look at some of the ports here. Let's just do that real quick before I go anywhere else. So there's your dual card slots. We've all seen and heard about that. One of the biggie super cool things is the full-size HDMI port. Excellent, which is kind of funny because I've got my configuration to hook this camera, whatever camera I'm holding, up into the system so you can see through it. And it's a mini HDMI, so I had to go find a new cable. So let's just plug this thing in. And let's see what we can do. So I am going to, let's see, get this, see if it's going to sync up here. What I'm doing right now is I've got this turned on, going into my converter. Oh, it's sending out 4K. I gotta take it out of 4K because my converter can't handle the 4K. So let me set this thing down to HD, full HD, 30p. There we go. That should work. May have to reboot it to get it to sync with my dealio here. My converter. Come on, come on. Brent, that question you just asked is on the list and will get addressed tonight. Okay. I'm not getting this thing to show up on my switcher. That would be a bummer if I couldn't. So I wanted to show you the menus in here. Menu has changed a little bit. Oh, there it goes. It came up. Okay, let's go to this button. All right. So you're going to see things a little on the small side. I wonder actually if I can set it down to... I can't go down to 720p. That's funny. That's how I make the menus bigger when I'm doing... Like in the other day demo when I was doing with the GX85 and the menus were nice and big and easy to see, it's because I set this thing to output 720p, so it's a smaller signal getting scaled up. This thing doesn't appear to go down that low. Interesting. 1980 by 1080 would be the lowest resolution. Okay, let's go back to it. So I just want to show you some of the menu options in here so you can see, well, I'll stop moving it. If we go up to the top, so what do you got? There's 4096 by 2160, so that's your Cinema 4K. You can see it says C4K, that's Cinema 4K in 8-bit. God, it's hard for me to read on this thing. I think it'll look good for you guys though. That's 2398, it's set to now 422 10-bit long op, 150 megabit. And remember, a lot of these things are going to come up in upgrades later, and I'm being told that 720p is only available in AVC HD mode, which I'm clearly not in. So there's Cinema 4K again. So Cinema 4K 2398, so 422 10-bit or 420 8-bit. And then you've got, this is now standard 4K or UHD 3840 by 2160. So there's the 60p that we're super excited about. Currently 420 at 8-bit, and we all know that that's going to be changing in a firmware update. There it is at 30p, 422 10-bit. My goodness, this is just insane. So there's 30p, 420 8-bit, 24p, 2398, 422 10-bit. So these are all the options that we're seeing in here. Lots of different UHD 4K options in there, and then now we're into HD. Now let's see here. I don't remember. Let's see what we got. There's 1920 1080. So that was 60p. That's 30p and 24. These all say VFR available. That's variable frame rate. So let's do that. And let's see here. Where is the variable frame rate option in here? Somewhere in here. So you can see the menu. If you're used to the GH4 menu, this does look a little bit different. There's a little more information packed on screen. I don't know if it's a smaller font or just different organized. It's probably just different organized. Continuous AF. I'm looking for the AVF function. I haven't configured this at all, obviously, and I haven't even looked to see where anything is, as you can clearly tell, but I just wanted you guys to see this thing while I had it, and I could go on here and show it to you like this. Good Lord. Okay, wait, no, we've gone circled around, so I'm not sure where they are. Anyway, the AVF is in here somewhere. Maybe someone watching can tell me where the AVF would be, and you know who I'm talking to. Still live? Yes, still live. Royal Grom, I am still live. 4K live cropping, that you can turn off. Well, that's, or on, that's interesting. Oh, variable frame rate, right there, there it is. Okay, on set, there's set, and we can get this up to 180, that's what I thought. 180 frame per second at HD. That's at 1920 by 1080. That is incredible. I cannot wait to shoot that. So here's my plan, just so you guys know what I'm going to do now that I've got this crazy camera. I have this for, well, I have it till Monday when I go out to Florida for our Lumix Luminary meeting, and I have to hand it back over then. I'm not going to want to. But so I've only got until then to shoot with it, and I'm going out of town this weekend and not on a trip where I can do a whole lot of shooting. So I've got 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday, to shoot the shit out of this camera. Here's my plan. Tomorrow morning, I've got a skateboarder organized where we've got a local skate park. We're going to go there and do a lot of high frame rate, slow motion, focus tracking, stills, and video shots of the skateboarder. I'm going to do the same thing on Thursday up on our local mountain with some skiers. We have night skiing Thursday night, so if all goes well, the weather is not supposed to be good, so we'll see what happens. But if the weather holds, which basically means I don't wuss out and decide it's too cold for this crap, I will be on the mountain Thursday night shooting in the snow and cold. And then if I still don't have everything that I need, I'm going to be passing through Bend this weekend, and I've arranged with a skier that's a friend of a friend who I can shoot in Bend doing some ski stuff. I don't, whatever skiers do. I'm not a skier. I don't know. But I figure fast action, spinning, jumping, flipping, those kind of things could be kind of cool. He's like one of those guys. So that's the kind of stuff I'm going to be shooting, both stills and video. I will be putting together a series of videos showing the different settings as natively as possible, right? So I'll shoot stuff that at UHD 60p, and I'll create a video, it'll be only a minute or two long, that'll show stuff that was shot at that frame rate and at that size. When I dropped out to 1080p to do high frame rate, I will show it at that, and so on. So I'll be mixing it up a little bit. There'll be a series of videos, again, talking about stills and the video as well, which is gonna be crazy, crazy cool. Let's see here. Quick few things here coming up. Sean pointing out that I missed the menu. Brent asking, did you get the audio XLR thing? No, I do not have that. You're looking at the extent of what I've got in my hands right here. Henrik says, this is great. Thank you, buddy. Extender01 says, would 180 FPS video quality be reduced as 96? Okay, so would 180 FPS video quality be reduced like it was, he's saying, at 96 frames per second in the GH4? Quality shouldn't be reduced. There's a lower light. I mean, you need more light. You need a lot of light to shoot at that frame rate. That should have been the only change in quality that I'm aware of. So that might be something to follow up on later on. Jay saying, I've been curious about Micro Four Thirds for a while. What would you recommend on a budget? You're going to have to tell me what your budget is, my friend. Everybody's budget is different. The worse the weather, the better you'll test it. Yeah, that's probably true. Weather sealing at least. Yeah, but I got to be able to stand out there. I'm not like, snow. No, I love snow, actually, but we'll see. Andres says it sounds amazing. I think so too. The Asamoraj says, please comment on the 8-bit quality of video and if compression is noticeable. Well, it's always been 8-bit, right? When the GH4 was 8-bit. So now we're going up to 10-bit. So we're not going to see any more compression here. If anything, it's probably better just because, it will be better because the sensor's better, the chipset that's in here is better, the computer chipset, the algorithm is better. Everything about it is better. So from GH4, we're certainly not going to see a step down. Everything is going to be a step up. So, and then if you go to 10-bit, even more better. Yeah, that's that. And I'm almost out of time. So let's see here. What else do we want to show? Let's take a look at some of the buttons on here again. Let's go close up. Actually, do you want to see anything else in the menu system? Is there anything else worth showing in there? Oh, I was going to show you the pictures. Sorry. That's why I fired this thing up in the first place, and then I got distracted. Okay, let's see. When I hit play, is that going to play out over the HDMI? That may not. That is not happening. Nope. Let me power cycle that and see. So I'm trying to play the content that's on the card out over the HDMI, but it may not do that. That may not be something that it's supposed to do. SMR Photography saying it will be subjective, to be honest. So far, shooting 180 FPS provides little to no aliasing. Definitely better than the 10K alternative, meaning dollars, but that's my opinion. Okay, yeah, I'm not getting anything on the playing out here. Come on. Let's try this one more time. Let's just reset everything. And again, what you're seeing now is not a function of the camera. This is a function of my scaler here trying to coordinate, match with the settings on here, the output of here, and scale that to sync up. Why am I not getting anything at all now? Well, okay, maybe we're not going to be able to do that. Maybe I can do it like this. Okay, this is going to be a really crappy way to look at it, but play. Okay, this is a pre-production unit. Let me just throw that out there. I may have locked it up. I think I locked it up. Hey, that gives me a chance to show you this. Look at this. What does that say on there? that says GH4. This is one of my GH4 batteries because it uses the same batteries as the GH4, which is fantastic. That is something, oh, there we're back. That is something that we're really happy to see. All right, let me try this one more time. God, I love this full-size HDMI going into here. That is fantastic. I'm being asked, can I test it with the 12 to 35? Absolutely. I will be shooting with the 12 to 35 as well as my the 35 to 100. And I will use this one, the 12 to 60, the new one that's on here, mainly for stabilization tests. But being that it's not as fast on the long end and I like the faster glass, I will be doing most of my tests with the faster lenses. Yeah, the playing out doesn't seem to work out of the HDMI. So in that case, here's what we're going to do. We're going to hit play on here, and this is going to be really, really cheesy, but it's going to work. Come on, phone up the pictures up here. Here we go. All right, let me go back to the beginning of this, and then I'll cycle through. Okay, here we go. Wait, does it do it? If I do it, oh, there we go, like that. Oh, it's because I'm, let me turn off the sensor here. There we go. Okay, so there's that. Now let's do this. Okay, I know this, look, I know this is crap and you can't really tell, but this is sharp. So here Sean is walking towards me, and every single one of these frames, he's not running, he's walking. So, you know, we kept it easy to start. Every single one of those frames is super, super sharp. So just grab any random one in there, zoom into that a little bit. Let's see, can I use the joystick? Ooh, I can use the new joystick on the back to pan around. And that is perfectly sharp. Okay, I know that's a crappy demo look. I know that's a crappy way to look at it. But my computer's not hooked up. I can't pop the card in and look at it that way. So that's what you're going to have to deal with until I can shoot properly and get a video put together for y'all. Okay, I'm out of time. I wanted to give you this real quick little first look, just so you could see it, just so you could see the menu settings, at least some of them on there. We'll do more exploring on the menu settings as well. But overall, man, this is a really nice looking camera. Let's see if any other last questions in here. Will you test the stills autofocus? Absolutely, 100%. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna be shooting cyclists and skiing, so I will have opportunities to get cyclists or skiers coming towards me. So we want to push it. You know, I want to really push it and see what this camera can do. I want to have that fast action coming straight at me, coming at me at an angle for the focus tracking, both stills and video. Absolutely, 100%. Let's see here. James is asking, will be adding this for weddings. Do you recommend the 12 to 60? Oh, you will be adding this for weddings. Okay. Do you recommend the 12 to 60 2.8f4 or the 12 to 35 with a 42.5 prime? Well, that's easy, my friend. That 42.5 f1.2 Nocticron lens is the money lens. That is an unbelievable lens. It is just insanely sharp, very shallow depth of field. Love that lens. And if you're doing weddings, that's the kind of thing people like. That's just gorgeous. So yeah, you're gonna want that lens for sure. This is a great all-around lens, the 12 to 60 for sure, because it's the 24 to 120 equivalent. But at the 120 range, at the 120 end, you're at f4. So a little bit less shallow depth of field, a little bit less light gathering capability. So if you're shooting low light, you know, the 12 to 35 and the 35 to 100 pair is still gonna be your best friend. But this is a great all-around lens. Personally, I'm probably going to still stick with the 12 to 35. It's also lighter, smaller, and lighter weight here. I got it right here. There. So let's take everything off of that. So there, you can see it is a smaller lens, right? So there's, turn that toward you so you can see which one's which. There's the 12 to 60. There's the 12 to 35. So, you know, physically a smaller lens, lighter weight. Ooh, actually. Okay. Hold on. Oh my God, did you hear that crash? So I have a scale. I was gonna weigh it for you. I'm excitable. What can I say? I got someone accuse me of not knowing how to breathe and how to exhale and for drinking too much coffee. I'm just excitable. I like this stuff. This stuff gets me excited. What can I say? Okay. I think I totally killed my scale. Let's see. Let's turn that. Let's power cycle that. Is it going to zero out? Oh, it did zero out. Okay. This might be over. This might be too much for this scale. No, okay, that's 303.1 grams. 325, so barely 20 grams heavier. That's okay. So this is not a heavier lens. I really expected that this would be, let's go back to that view. I expected that this would be a heavier lens. I mean, it is, but barely. So really it's about the size, just a little bit size difference. Okay, well, that's cool. That's kind of fun. Hope that was entertaining. All right. Super handsome model. Yes, Sean, you're gorgeous, darling. Let's see here. You have to make a video switcher setup. I know. It's trust me, it's on the list. The only reason I haven't done it yet is because I can't do it live. There's way too much. I have to go upstairs, and so it means I got to record it and then edit it, and that just makes it a big project. But I know, and we'll do it. I promise. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. Looking forward to part 2 of the video with Sean happening tonight. We'll release it. It won't be immediately tomorrow that we'll release it, because one of the things I'm going to do, we've got, I think, 58 questions, if Sean can handle it. We're going to time code each question in the comments so that you'll be able to jump around. So I know that's going to be hugely helpful, but that'll take a little bit of time to do. But we will get that out to you super quick. Good stuff. Low light, of course, we'll be testing low light. Jay, I'm going to be shooting ideally in the snow at night. There's night skiing on the mountain, and then I'll shoot some other stuff. You know, I'll be up in Portland over the weekend. I'll just shoot some low light stuff there just for fun. And that looks very broken. Well, I fixed it. Look at that. We'll just leave it alone. All right, that's it. I gotta go. Now I'm really late. Okay, guys, thanks again, and we'll see you later. Bye. How do I turn this thing off?